Hey guys, it's Jess, and today I have something very special for you. Another art video. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing with my hands. Anyways, I think. Oh yeah. Ask your parents' permission before we start. Okay, moving on to supplies. You'll need Sculpey. I won't be using the skin tone, but I'm just using it as for example. Some liquid clay and some glaze if you need it. Some matching colored thread to the fabric you are using, which you shall see now. I'm using felt. I've never realized my affinity for felt until this moment. Some sculpting tools. You don't have to have that many, just whatever. And some parchment paper. I prefer working on it because it helps the clay not stick to my table. Better for baking if you want to you put it in the oven, but I use aluminum foil, but you'll need aluminum foil for later. Some wire. I have no idea what gauge this is. Probably 20 and 19 is best. Some wire cutters and pliers. That's a combination. And some paint. I always forget I have this paint. The goat bought it for me a long time ago and I keep using crappy paint. Oh, and paintbrushes. I mean, I guess you could use your fingers, but it may not be as precise. But yeah, I always forget to use the good ones. Oh hey look, a sketchbook! Oh yeah, you're gonna want to sketch out the design you want. And you'll never see the rest of my sketchbook ever again. So what I did here was what I normally do when I start making a figure is make the armature of it, which I do by folding a piece of wire in half and twisting it tightly. And now I'm cutting it into 6-inch pieces. But by the way, make sure you twist it tightly. Yeah, you'll see here. It's not all the way tight, and it's very irritating. Yeah, that big, like, gap of not tightness. But yeah, I'm just cutting it into 6-inch pieces. I suggest you make an actual, like, plan for this before you just start lobbing away like I did, because I'm just like, oh, I'll just cut it into a couple of pieces. I want it this tall or whatever. I never ended up measuring anything, so please, please make sure you make a proper outline, because I just doodled some stuff. I guess it kind of worked out for me in the end, which you'll see. Oh, I ruined the ending. Now no one's gonna finish it. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I guess I was just showing you my 6-inch pieces. Here, I basically just took 2 pieces of the wire that I've twisted and then twisted them again, which was stupid in hindsight because again, didn't plan. Cause you see, now I'm gonna try to do the arms with this itty bitty little thing, and you see the problem here? There's no room for a neck and my head, which will also come from another problems, but this is just me being lazy and wanting to get this project done. Not that I didn't want to do it, it's just I wanted it to be finished. Now see, watch me horribly try to put those together. I'm gonna just cut it so you don't have to watch any of me struggling terribly. Yeah, there we go. That was just painful. Look, and I didn't do it right. Let me just clip that off. Cause I think it was supposed to be 6 and I ended up making it 7 for some reason. And I think I end up cutting more tips of it later. Here is me molding some clay onto the joints, I guess you would call them. I don't know, I guess the crosshairs of the arms and legs. Right now I'm gonna make a butt. Well, I like to call it the butt even though it's just another joint piece. See, look, no, it's a butt. Just kidding, no, we can't actually have it like... I guess we could leave it like that. Maybe I can use that in a different project and actually give one of my figures a butt. Oh, and I made some shoes. And surprisingly, he can stand up on his own. Try not to put too much clay on your actual figure itself, unless you really want to and you have a better support system. By the way, I'm going to bake this right now. Bake it to your according Sculpey instructions. Here I've made a head, and I also messed up on that, so I had to do that again because the extra wire that I had that was supposed to be for the head wasn't good enough. But what I was saying before about not putting too much clay is I wanted my figure to stand up, which he just fell, ironically. So I didn't want to put too much clay on him, because unless you don't want him to stand or you're going to have like some sort of well, stand for him, then I guess it doesn't matter. Here, I'm just filling the head, or shaping the head, I guess you could say, of the armature, so I don't have to use so much clay again to make it not so heavy. And now I am putting some clay over it, and this is not the right color, so wha-bam! We got some green, because that's the color I wanted in the first place. I don't know why I was going to start with white. I guess it didn't really matter, I could have painted it. Because I thought this clay matched my fleece a whole lot more, but it doesn't, and it kind of looks like he's wearing a shirt under a shirt, and it didn't work out. Oh, kind of a regret of mine doing for the neck, maybe if my giant hand will get out of the way, because yeah, see how I sculpted the neck? It made it so I couldn't turn his head, and I would have liked it, but I guess since I didn't really have too much wire for the neck, it wouldn't have worked anyways. I'm not going to be using him for any stop motion, so I guess it doesn't matter. Right now, after sculpting the face, I'm making little swirlies for his brain, because I don't know if you saw before, but I made a indent in his head, so I could make the brain showing. There it is. I really like the way it turned out. Paint job, I don't know. You'll see. But I really liked the detail in it. Meh. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And here we are. I'm going to bake it for the last time. Safety first. With my awesome Halloween mitten. Which, not as protective as I would like it. But oh well. Right now I am just doing a brief sketch of the shirt and pants. Oh, by the way, you'll probably need like scissors and paper and a pencil for this, but you know, I mean, unless you have another way. This is me trying on the patterns. I just made like regular pants and then his skin, because unless he's wearing shorts, you're probably not going to need a skin tone pattern for your figure. But yeah, you're going to need to sew this around the arms and stopping around the head, so just the sides, and leave the top and bottom open. And right now I'm cutting a line down the middle so I can put it on him like a long sleeve shirt with mittens attached to it. And you'll need to turn it inside out, which is kind of difficult, but you know. And then there's the pants. Just sew on the sides, leave the inner seam open, and I'll show you why later. But yeah, it works. Getaway pants pattern. I'm putting hot glue on his little nubs because I was supposed to make hooks or something with it, so it wouldn't be so stabby. But I put the hot glue so he could change into his skin, I guess, easier is the best way to say it. But yeah, I wish I would have put a piece of felt on his neck instead so I could have a bendy neck. Oh well. But yeah, see what I mean by it doesn't look, the skin tone isn't exactly matched. But this, you're going to need to wiggle your character's legs inside the pants. Obviously, you'd have to sew it to the body if your character's legs weren't posable, which I guess is fine. You're going to be doing a lot of sewing on the armature anyways. And then just sew his crotch in place. Alright, this is me about to make a hoodie for him, but I just got super lazy and sewing took way too long. It took up most of my day, so I just made him a t-shirt, which I just used the same pattern for his skin, which in hindsight was not great because the shirt ended up super tight. And then this is me just stuffing him a little bit because he felt a little thin. He may be a zombie, but you know, he's not a skeleton just yet, so I gave him a little floof. Made him a little bit squishy. Oh, there we go. Now his t-shirt's all on. I sewed it up. It was on the back. I was gonna do a hoodie so it would cover it, but whatever. And this is me explaining to myself that I wish I would have made the t-shirt bigger. And that was a fuzzy on his pants. I wonder... Oh yeah, this is me saying that I'm gonna paint his face now. You know, I have the intention of saying certain things when I do these, and my hands look all weird and Vanna White-ish, and it looks odd. So that's why if my voice and hand motions don't sync up. I'm just gonna pretend like it's two different people. Right here I used a hair tie to pull up his pants so I could paint his shoes. Obviously you could paint those before you put it on, but I wanted to get all the painting done, and the sewing was the longest part, so I hand sewed most of it except for the t-shirt. Sewing it on the doll I had to hand sew, but the underneath the armpits and on the sides and his shoulders, I used my sewing machine because it was taking way too long, and this literally took me all day. And I wanted to post this video yesterday, which was Monday. Yeah, Monday, because today's Tuesday. But this little dude took me all day, and I'm very happy of how he turned out. And this is me adding some blood, because he's a zombie. By the way, the blood near, or the red near his mouth is not blood. It is ketchup, because this dude loves hot dogs. And there we go. He's all finished and all painted. Maybe one day I'll put a hoodie on him if I'm not too lazy. Those are the other little faces I had for him, but I decided on there. Fake Converse. Hey, this dude needs a name and maybe a decal on his t-shirt. If you've got a name or some idea for him, or maybe another friend, please let me know in the comments below. I've pretty much told you what I wish I would have done. Oh, let me just smack him a little bit, but thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know what else you would like me to make, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!